So Kyle, thank you for joining me today. Could you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm a Central Florida native. I was born and raised here. My family's been in Central Florida since the late 1800s. I've been in real estate for the past 10 years.
Okay, so then you do have actual work experience. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, I started out and I got my license when I was 19 years old. I started working at the timeshare at Westgate, and I worked there for a couple years, and then I went into new home sales with KB Home. And then I went into residential real estate for the better part of 7 or 8 years.
Okay, so your new home sales experience with KB Home, can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, I opened a community called Southern Fields in Claremont. I was with the Orlando division for about a year and a half.
Year and a half, okay. And then after KB Home?
I went into residential real estate right after that. I worked for a company called Keller Williams Real Estate. And then I went to Charles Rutenberg, where I spent the last 5 years of my real estate career.
Okay, with Rutenberg. And were you more of a buyer's agent or a seller's agent?
I started specializing in what's called REO real estate, which is foreclosure real estate. I started doing broker price opinions and gained a quite large base of clients that were banks that gave me listings.
Very good, very good. So it sounds like you were very successful during that time?
I did. I kind of switched my focus kind of at just the right time when the market was transitioning into that REO and short sale phase.
Okay. Could you describe like one specific situation in which you were very successful?
Yeah, there was a couple that had just really challenging closings. There was one in particular right off Conrad Windermere where we had this problem after problem with inspections. It was a VA loan, and the VA inspector was just very picky about everything, so we had to get contractors and vendors out and time after time and inspections and loan problems.
Okay.
And it finally did, in fact, close.
Okay, okay, good, good. Looking back at your career, why would you say you chose this career?
When I first got my license, I had several family members that were in real estate, and it seemed really appealing to me, and I was always interested in business. So it seemed like a natural fit for me.
Okay. And what do you think are traits that are necessary to make someone successful in this career?
I think you have to have a headstrong, you need to be self-motivated. I think you need to be a good listener above all. Very time management focused, I would say. Able to adapt to whatever situation comes your way was essential, especially when I was in residential real estate, because we have had unexpected things happen all the time with deals.
Okay, so some of these unexpected things, would you say that you handle conflict well?
Yeah, I say I'm I'm a great mediator, I would say, for things.
Okay.
I'm very level-headed. I try not to get too emotional about things.
Well, then why don't you tell me about a time that you handled a conflict, maybe specifically with a customer?
It was one when I was at KB. We were just opening Southern Fields, and we were forming an interest list. At the time, we had a very specific list of documents that we would need to put you on that interest list, and we had one gentleman named Robert who kept coming missing documents. I kept having to send him away, and every time he would come missing at just a page or two of his bank statement, he got more and more irritated. And finally, he did bring everything, and he actually ended up being one of my best customers, and we actually became friends.
Very good, very good. So what trait do you think was most important that you used as a salesperson in overcoming this situation?
I just never let his emotional anger get to me. I kept level-headed. I just kept explaining him that we have to be fair to every single person, and if we bent the rules for you, then it's not fair that these other people brought everything they were supposed to bring, and we put them on the list instead of you.
Very good. Very good. Can you tell me, Kyle, you seem like you've done a lot of research. What do you know about our company?
I know that you're a national builder. Looks like you've been building homes for 45 years. I want to say you look like you're in 26 markets or so. When I was a realtor, I visited several different Rhode Island communities, so I'm fairly familiar with your building style and some of your models out in Avalon and such. I sold a couple homes out there.
Good. Good. Okay. And do you have any preferences in terms of locations where you'd like to work?
I'm flexible. I live in Kissimmee, but I'm willing to go anywhere within the Central Florida division as far as where I would need to be.
So you are willing to travel then?
Yeah, I would like to stay in Central Florida, but yeah, I'm willing to go wherever I would need to be.
Okay. Okay. And what is your degree in?
I have an AS in business management.
Business
Specialization in real estate.
Okay. And do you have any plans to further your education?
It's come across my mind that I would probably one day like to finish out my bachelor's degree. But at this point, it's kind of up in the air.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Well, do you have any additional questions for me?
Sure. I was wondering, what is the commission here?
The commission here is based upon each individual community, and it can vary anywhere from 1.5% to 2% of the sales price.
Okay. Is there a draw, a monthly draw?
There is a monthly draw. It's $3,500 per month, and it's a draw against unearned commissions.
Okay. Any benefits for the employees?
After 90 days, you'll be eligible for a full benefit package, including stock options, insurance. There's PTO, there's disability. So there's a lot of different options in the package, but that would be available to full-time employees after 90 days of employment.
Perfect. I think that's really all I had. Again, I wanted to thank you for at least letting me come and interview. I look forward to hearing from you very soon.
Very good. Thank you, Kyle.
Thank you.